Hello friends, welcome back once again on my YouTube channel of Gyan Guru by Gaurav Gupta. In this session, we'll be discussing the previous year paper questions of profit, loss and discount. These questions will be from the previous year CAT papers starting from 2020, then 2021, 22 and 2023. So last 4 years, all the questions that have appeared from profit, loss, discount, let us start discussing. Now, some of these questions are really difficult. So, I'll be telling you the shortcut way, some different techniques using which you will be able to find the answer in less amount of time. All right. So, let's have a look at all these questions one by one, starting from the questions of CAT 2023. Now, I am hopeful that all of you have seen all these questions, so I'll start discussing the methods directly. Okay, Geeta sells two objects A and B at at the same price. So selling price of these two objects is same. On one object, she is making a profit of 20%. On the other, she is making a loss of 10%. Right. So if I'll assume the cost prices of these objects as A and B, so selling price of A will be 1.2 A and selling price of B after loss of 10% will be 0.9 B. And question says that these two are equal. Okay, so from here I'll get the ratio of A and B, which is 9 upon 12, or it can be written as 3 upon 4. Okay, so A upon B, which were the cost prices of objects A and B, are in the ratio 3 is to 4. So I'll assume the cost price of A as 300 and cost price of B as 400. Assumption, because no value in absolute terms is given in the question. Everything is given in terms of percentages. So it can be done. You can assume the cost prices of these two articles. So ratio was 3 is to 4. I have assumed the values as 300 and 400. All right. Now, next statement says that she increases the selling price such that objects A and B are still sold at equal prices and a profit of 10% is made on object B. Now, object B, after making a profit of 10%, will be sold at rupees 440. 10% profit is 40 rupees. So the selling price will be 400 plus 40, that is 440 rupees. Now they are saying that both the objects are sold at the same selling price. So that means object A should also be sold at 440 rupees, where the cost price was 300. So we'll have to find out the profit made on object A nearest to which of the following options. So I can see that the profit is rupees 140 over the cost price of 300 multiplied by 100. This will be the profit percentage on object A. All right. So simplify this 140 upon 3 and this comes out to be 46.67 percentage, and among the options the nearest option is 47 percentage, so the correct answer will be option B. Okay, look wise this question looks slightly difficult. I'll not say difficult, but above average level of difficulty. But if we'll do such things that I have shown you in this solution, then it can be managed in less than 45 seconds. Okay, so let's move on and look at question number 2. Now question number 2, lengthy, slightly lengthy question. I would call it difficult one as well, but let's see how we can save time in the solution of this. Jen bought a certain number of white shirts at a rate of 1000 per piece. So let's say he bought X number of white shirts and a certain number of blue shirts. So let's say he bought Y number of blue shirts and the rate is 1125 per piece. All right. Now for each shirt, he then set a fixed market price. So for each shirt, so for white as well as blue shirt, he set a fixed market price which was 25% higher than the average cost price of all the shirts. So I'm assuming the average cost price. So average cost price of these shirts, you can assume anything. Okay, right? So I'll assume it as A. Okay, now he set the fixed market price. So market price for each of these shirts is 25% higher. That is a 5 by 4A in terms of fractions. Now he sold all the shirts at a discount of 10%. So selling price of each of these shirts after a discount of 10% will be 9 by 10 of the market price. So 9 by 10 of 5 by 4a, and this comes out to be how much? It comes out to be 9 upon 8a. Okay, so the average cost price of these shirts was a, right? And the average selling price of each of these shirts is 9 upon 8a. Done. And he made a total profit of 51,000 rupees. So profit made on each shirt, cost price is a and selling price is 9 by 8a. So profit made on each shirt will be a upon 8. So I can say that total profit will be the total number of shirts, that is x plus y, multiplied by the profit made on each shirt, and that in the question is given as 51,000. Okay, so x plus y multiplied by a upon 8 is equal to 51,000. This is given to us, right? Okay. Now question is, if he bought both colors of shirts, so that means if he bought at least one shirt of each color, then the maximum possible total number of shirts that he could have bought is equal to how much? Okay. Now let's have a look at the total cost price of these shirts. The total cost price of white shirts was x multiplied by 1000. So I'll make the equation 1000, or wait, give me 1 second. I'll quickly change the color of the pen so that you will be able to understand, you'll be able to differentiate between the things. So 1000x plus 1125y, this was the total cost price, and I can say that this will be equal to the total number of shirts multiplied by the average cost price. I assumed average cost price as a. Now from the above equation, from here I can substitute the value of x plus y multiply a, which will be, so x plus y multiplied by a will be equal to 51,000 multiplied by 8. So 51 multiplied by 8 will be 408,000. So 4,08,000. So I can say that 1000x plus 1125y is equal to 4,08,000. All right. Now I have the equation. I know that x and y should be natural numbers. They cannot be whole numbers. X or y की value 0 नहीं हो सकती because he is buying at least one shirt of each color. So x and y are natural numbers such that the relation between them is given, and we'll have to find out the maximum possible total number of shirts. Okay. Now to maximize the number of shirts, I should be maximizing the shirts which are of lower price. Okay? So there is one shirt which is costing me 1,000 rupees. There is another shirt which is costing me 1,125 rupees. I am spending fixed amount of money which is 4,08,000. So to maximize the number of shirts, I'll be buying more shirts which are cheap and lesser number of shirts which are at higher price. All right. So that means I have to maximize the value of x. Simultaneously, I'll have to minimize the value of y. Now, y का value minimize करना है. Now look at this value 1125. इस equation को reduce करने की जरूरत नहीं है. 1125 and this is 1000. Okay. So I should be substituting a value of y such that 1000x का जो value है, it has to be a multiple of 1000. Okay. So the value of y, when this thing is taken on the right hand side, when 1125y will be taken on the right hand side, should leave a multiple of 1000. Right side में already multiple of 1000 है, right? So 1125 को अगर मैं 8 से multiply करता हूँ, I'll get 9000. So this part will be 9000. So 1000x plus 9000 is equal to 408,000. So I can say that 1000x will be equal to 399,000 and the value of x will be 399 when I substituted the value of y as 8. So x is equal to 399, y is equal to 8. Maximum total number of shirts is equal to 407. So 407 will be the correct answer of this question. This one was theta, so you'll have to type in your answer, and the answer is 407. Okay, just the logic of linear equations in two variables, finding the natural number solutions. Okay, so observation 1125 को अगर मेरे को 1000 का multiple बनाना है, so 125 is the remaining part. Okay, 125 when multiplied by 8 will become 1000. Okay, so 1125 when multiplied by 8 will become 9000, and you will get the values of x and y. All right, so that was question number 2. Let's move on and look at question number 3. Question number 3, very simple question. CAT 2023 slot number 2. Minu purchases a pair of sunglasses at rupees 1000. So it started with Minu, 1000 rupees, and sells it to Kanu at a profit of 20%. So that means 1200 rupees at a profit of 200 rupees, right? Then Kanu sells it back to Minu. So Kanu sells back to Minu. I'll not go back. I'll write Minu in the forward direction at 20% loss. So 20% loss, that means 240 loss. Okay. So the article is now sold at 960 rupees. So earlier, like it started with Minu. Minu bought at 1000, sold it at 1200, getting a profit of 200 rupees. Now she again bought it at 960 rupees and sells the same pair of sunglasses to Tanu. Okay. Now, if the total profit made by Minu from all her transactions is 500 rupees. Now, in the first transaction, Minu had a profit of 200 rupees. So, in the second transaction, she should be having a profit of 300 rupees because she needs a total profit of 500 rupees. Simple as that. Then the percentage profit made by Minu when she sold the pair of sunglasses to Tanu. So, we'll have to find out the percentage profit in this transaction. So, it will be 300 the profit divided by 960 multiplied by 100. So calculate the answer. Okay, so 960. So थोड़ा सा cancel कर लेते हैं. 0 cancel हो गया. Then 5 and 16. So 5 divided by 16 into 100. This will be your answer. So 500 upon 16, or 100 upon 16 is 6.25. 6.25 multiplied by 5, it will be 31.25 percentage. So the correct answer will be option B, that is 31.25 percentage. This one was pretty easy, could be managed in less than 45 seconds, right? Moving on, question number 4, another question from CAT 2023, slot number 3. Okay, so this question, I would like to give you a wonderful method for this question. Generally, what we do is we take plenty of time, hell lot of time in finding the answer of these questions. Generally, I've seen some students who, after seeing such a kind of question, when the merchant is cheating, okay, the merchant is buying something, he's selling something, there are so many numbers involved here, and generally what people tend to do is they leave these type of questions, but I would say that these are the easiest ones. Okay, you can find out the answer in a single expression. In a single expression, yes, I tell you. So you need to divide the entire question in smaller parts, smaller chunks. So a merchant purchases a cloth at a rate of rupees 100 per meter and receives 5 centimeters extra for every 100 centimeters cloth he bought. So he's buying 100 centimeters and he's getting 5 centimeters extra, right? So in this process, he's gaining 5%, right? So the fraction will become 105 divided by 100. He's buying, he's paying the money for 100, but he's getting 105. So the selling price, the expression for selling price or the net profit will be 105 divided by 100, right? This is the first part. He sells the same cloth at a rate of 110 per meter. Okay, he's selling at 110 per meter. So 100 rupees की चीज वो 110 में sell कर रहा है. So another way he will have his profit, but he's cheating his customer by giving 95 centimeter of cloth for every 100 centimeters of length which is asked by the customer. Okay, so he is giving 95 centimeter for every 100 centimeter of cloth which is asked. So once again he is gaining something here, राइट, उसको गेन हो रहा है। अब यहाँ पे गेन कितना है, इट इज 100 ही इज गिविंग फॉर एवरी sorry 95 he is giving for every 100 meters of cloth, so 100 divided by 95, right? And the merchant provides 5% discount, so 5% discount, the value will be reduced, so it will become 95 upon 100, right? There is no other factor that is involved, so there were 4 factors which were involved, so you can simplify and find out the final answer. So 95, 95, 100, 100 will get cancelled. Okay, now look at this part. This is same as 5% profit followed by a profit of 10%. Okay, 105 upon 100 is 5% profit, 110 upon 100 is 10% profit. So 5% profit followed by a profit of 10%. So that means you can apply the concept of successive percentage change. The formula for the same is x plus y plus x into y upon 100. So 5 percentage and 10 percentage पे अगर formula apply करोगे तो भी आंसर आ जाएगा. Otherwise you could have solved this expression. Okay, easier ways, successive apply karo na. So 5 plus 10 plus 5 into 10, that is 50 upon 100, and simplifying this you will get 15.5 percentage profit. So the correct answer for this question will be option B. Okay, so apply this kind of method and save your time. Okay, so that was CAT 2023 slot number 3. Let's move on and look at CAT 2022 slot number 1. Okay, all right. Now, question is, Amal buys 110 kg of syrup and 120 kg of juice, syrup being 20% less costly than juice per kg. Now, he sells 10 kg of syrup at 10% profit, 20 kg of juice at 20% profit. Now, this question, I would say that this question is lengthy, like the solution will be very lengthy. So, if I'm at your end, just by looking at value like this, I would like to leave this question. Okay, but we are here to discuss the solution, so let's go ahead and have a look at this solution. Okay, now Amal buys 110 kg of syrup, 120 kg of juice, syrup being 20% less costlier. Okay, so I have 110 kgs of syrup and juice is 120 kgs. Okay, now syrup being 20% less costlier than juice, let's say the cost of juice is x, so the cost of syrup will be 0.8x. Syrup being 20% less costly as compared to juice. Now he says 10 kg syrup at 10% profit. So selling 10 kg syrup at 10% profit. So 10% of 0.8 will be 0.08. Okay, and 20 kg of juice at 20% profit. So 20% of x will be 0.2x. All right. So this is 0.8 and 4, net is 4.8x, right? So this is like the profit at which he's selling. So I would write this as profit. Okay, this is not selling price, this is profit, right? Now mixing the remaining juice and syrup. So remaining syrup is 100 kg, remaining juice is 100 kg. So remaining total quantity is 200 kgs. Okay, so he's selling remaining 200 kgs of mixture at 308.32, sorry, 32 per kg. Okay, and makes an overall profit of 64%. Okay, then Amal's cost price for the syrup in rupees is how much? Now the question looks very difficult, like there are huge amount of numbers involved here. Okay, right? So let's calculate the total selling price. So total selling price or या फिर profit भी calculate कर सकते हो, totally up to you, right? So the profit here is 4.8x. So I'll make the equation of profit 4.8x when he's selling 10 kg syrup and 10 kg juice, plus for 100 kg syrup and 100 kg juice which is remaining, the profit will be the selling price minus the cost price for the same. So cost price for 100 kg syrup will be 80x, cost price for 100 kg juice will be 100x, so it will be 180x. it will be subtracted, okay, and so this is the total profit, and the net profit that he's having is 64%, okay, so 64% of the total cost price. Now total cost price, you can see that it will be 110 multiplied by 0.8x plus 120x. So it will be 88 plus 120, that is 208x. All right, this will be the net profit. Okay, now you will have to simplify this entire equation. इस equation को पूरा simplify करना होगा and then you will get the answer. Okay, so 200 multiplied by 308.32, so it will be 46616, so 61,664. 4.8x minus 180x, इसको हम राइट साइड में ले जाएंगे, 64% of 208x and plus 180x minus 4.8x, right? अब इसको simplify करो, you will get the value of x as 200. Okay, simplify करना है, अब calculations हैं, no matter like how much time you spend, you will have to complete these calculations, right? So x का value 200 आ जाएगा, and now they're asking what is Amal's cost price for the syrup. So syrup का cost price कितना है? 0.8x. So 0.8x will be 0.8 multiplied by 200, and that is equal to 160. So 160 will be the final answer for question number 5. All right. Okay. Let's quickly move ahead. CAT 2022 slot number 2. Now slot number 2, again, question looks difficult, but this one is easy. Actually, this one is easy, right? So you just have to be like little careful towards the end while marking the answer. Now, Raj invested 10,000 in a fund. At the end of the first year, he incurred a loss, but the balance was more than 5,000. So he started with 10,000. Okay. Now he had some loss. Okay. But the balance was more than 5,000. So that means the loss was less than 50%. Okay, so here the balance was more than 5,000. So at a loss of 50%, he will get 5,000. But since he is getting more than 5,000, so that means loss is less than 50%. Okay, the question is asking the percentage loss in the first year, so it cannot be 70%. एक option तो remove हो गया. ठीक है? Now this balance, now whatever it was invested for another year and grow at a percentage in the second year, which was 5 times the percentage loss in the first year. So let's say the percentage loss in the first year was X%. The percentage gain in the second year is 5 times the percentage loss in the first year. If the gain of Raj from the initial investment over the 2-year period is 35%, so net percentage, there is a profit of 35%, you will have to find out the value of X. So apply karo successive and get your answer. So minus X, careful, huh? So first is loss, minus X plus 5X minus 5X square upon 100 is equal to 35%. Since there is a gain of 35%, on the right hand side, I'll get plus 35. Okay. Now simplifying this, 4x minus x square upon 20 is equal to 35, and you can say that x square minus 80x plus 700 is equal to 0. From here you can factorize it. X minus 10 into x minus 70 is equal to 0. So the values of x can be 10% or 70%. This is what we have to find out. Answer will be either either 10% or 70%. Answer cannot be 70% because the balance after first year is more than 5,000. So the only value which we are left with is 10%. We have already eliminated 70% at the beginning. So the correct answer will be 10% for question number 6. CAT 2021 slot number 1. Now it's totally up to you how much lengthy you can make this question as. right? It's totally up to you. Best way, let's have a look at this. Amal purchases some pens at 8 rupees each. To sell these, he hires an employee at a fixed rate. Okay, at a fixed wage. Now, he sells 100 of these pens at 12 each, and the remaining pens are sold at 11 each. So, costing, let's say 100 pens are sold at 12 each, and the remaining pens, let's say the remaining pens is equal to X. So, the costing will be 100 plus X number of pens which are bought at 8 rupees each, plus the wage at which he hires the employee. This is what we'll have to find out. Okay, selling price will be 100 of these pens sold at 12. Okay, and the remaining are sold at X pens are sold at 11 each. Okay, in the second case, the remaining pens are sold at 9 each. Right? So I have two cases here. When the remaining pens are sold at 11 rupees each, so it will be 11x, and the second case when they are sold at 9x. Okay, so can I say that the difference in profit will be only because of this part? Because rest other parameters are same, the costing is same. 100 pens are sold at 12 rupees. The problem is the remaining pens. So in the first case, the remaining pens were sold at 11x. In the second case, it is sold at 9x. So the difference is 2x. Now this difference will be the difference in the profits. In the first case, the profit was 300. In the second case, the loss is 300. So 300 profit, 300 loss. The gap is 600 rupees. So I can equate it to 600, and the value of x comes out to be 300. Okay, so x is equal to 300. Done. So we'll have to find out the wage of the employee. So x का तो value समझ में आ गया, right? Okay. अब किसी भी एक equation को pick कर लो. So selling price. Let's pick up the first scenario. So selling price will be 1200 this part plus 11 into 300. That is 3300. This is the selling price minus the cost price. Cost price is 100 plus x, which is 400 multiplied by 8. That is 3200. Okay. So selling price minus cost price, we are having a profit of 300. Okay. Now in the cost price, the wage will also be added. So 3200 plus the wage of this person. And solving this, you will get the wage of this person. Okay. So the wage of this person, 3300 minus 3200 is 100, 1300. So 1300 minus 300, the wage of this person will be 1000. Simplify karna hai and you will get the answer. So the wage of the employee is 1000, and that is the answer of question number 7. Next question, question number 8, CAT 2021, slot number 2. ABC jointly invest in a business and agree to share the overall profit in the proportion of their investment. Question of partnerships looks like the same. Okay. Now again the question looks difficult. अब इसको easy बनाते हैं. Okay. So you all must have read the question. Otherwise you can pause this video. First of all, read the entire question. I'm starting by assuming the total profit as 100x. Okay. Now look at the first scenario. Anil's share of investment is 70%, so he should be getting 70% of the profit. Okay. Now his share of profit decreases by 420 if the profit goes down from 18% to 15%. That means profit is reducing by 3%. Now 3% of 100x is 3x. So if the profit is reduced by 3x, okay, Anil will get 70%, okay, and this share has gone down by 420 rupees. Okay, instead of making two different equations, so I would have made two different equations. So Anil's profit in the first case would be 7 by 10 of 18x. In the second case, it will be 7 by 10 of 15x. Profit goes down from 18% to 15%, right? Okay, the difference between these two is equal to 420. This is given to us, right? So instead of making this equation, I have written it directly, and from here I have got the value of x. So x का value कितना आ जाएगा 200, and the total profit comes out to be 20,000. 20,000 total profit आ गया, ठीक है, right? Now let's talk about Chintu in the similar manner. Chintu's share of profit increases by rupees 80 when the profit goes from 15% to 17%. So 15% of 100x, or you can say 20,000, 17% of 20,000. So ये total investment हो गया 20,000, right? Okay, so 15% to 17%, 2% का change है, that is 400, right? And let's say Chintu's percentage share is K, so K percentage he will get, and that is given as 80. So from here we'll get the value of K. The value of K is 20. So you can say that Chintu's share is 20% out of 20,000, right? Now Anil's was 70%, Chintu's is 20%. So the second person, Bobby's share will be 10% of the total investment. Okay, so total investment is 20,000. So B's share will be 10% of this, that is 2,000. Okay. At the initial stage, it was considered as investment, not the profit. Okay, so investment was 100x. So 20,000 was the total investment. B's percentage share is 10%. That is 2,000, which is option C. Okay. Moving on, next question, question number 9. Person spent 50,000 to purchase desktop and laptop. He sold desktop at 20% profit and laptop at 10% loss. Okay. Overall, he made a profit of 2%. You understand which direction I'm going. Apply allegations. -10 and +2, there is a gap of 12. 20 and 2, there is a gap of 18. So the ratio comes out to be 12:18. That is 2:3. Okay. So the money spent, total 50,000, will be divided in the ratio 2:3. That comes out to be 20,000 and 30,000 respectively. Okay. So he purchased desktop at 20,000 and laptop at 30,000. We are asked about the price of laptop. So it will be 20,000. 20,000, the answer for question number 9. Okay. Pretty easy question this one was. Provided you are using this method, you know the applications of mixtures and allegations. Okay. Moving on, question number 10, CAT 2020 slot number 2. Anil buys 12 toys and labels each with the same selling price. Okay. Fine. So that means mark price. So mark price, let's say it is 100x. Okay. He's buying 12 toys. He sells 8 toys initially at 20% discount. So 8 toys at 20% discount, that means 80x. And he sells the remaining 4 toys at additional 25% discount. So 80x, already I have the price. 80x पे अगर मैं 25% का discount देता हूँ, so the price comes out to be 60x, right? So he sold everything that he has, a total of 12 toys at this price. So this is 640 plus 240, that is 880x. So this is the selling price of all the toys, and he makes a profit of 10%. So the cost price of all these toys should be 880x divided by 1.1, because he's having a profit of 10%, and that comes out to be 800x, right? 800x is the cost price. With no discounts, his percentage of profit would have been. Now, without any discount, that means he's selling each toy at 100x. So that means total mark price will be 1200x. And without any discount, 1200x will become the selling price. So if selling price is 1200x, cost price was 800x, then you can clearly see that there is a profit of 50%. Okay, so the profit percentage when there are no discounts will be 50%, and the correct answer is option B. Now, I believe most of you must be involved in this number, 2112. Okay, you were finding the value of x, but there is actually no need to find out the value of x. You can do this question without even looking at that value. Okay, ठीक है? So that was question number 12 from CAT 2020 slot number 2. One last question in these last 4 years, CAT 2020 slot number 3. Slightly tricky question है ये, ठीक है? Be careful looking at this. A man buys 35 kg of sugar and sets a mark price in order to make a 20% profit. Okay, so let's say cost price of 1 kg is 100x, so mark price will be 120x. 100x की जगह x भी consider कर सकते थे, but 100 looks more convenient. Okay, now he sells 5 kg at this price. So he sells 5 kg at this price. I'll be making the equation for profit because यहाँ पे overall profit given है. So if he's selling 5 kg at this price, so that means on 5 kg he will get a profit of 20x, right? 15 kg at 10% discount. So 15 kg at a discount of 10%. So that means discount of 12x. So the selling price will be 108x after a discount. Okay, right? And hence the profit on each kg will be 8x. Accidentally 3 kg is wasted. So 3 kg at a loss since it is wasted. So that means he's selling at 0 rupees. So there will be a loss of 100x. Okay. He sells the remaining sugar by raising the mark price by p%. So let's say he is selling the remaining sugar at a profit of x percentage. So remaining sugar, नहीं, x नहीं, x तो variable हम consider कर चुके हैं, at a profit of k percentage. So k percentage, right? So k percentage and the total quantity which is left. So 5 kg and 15 kg are already sold, 20 kg is gone, 3 kg is wasted out of 35 kgs. So now he is left with 12. Okay. So if k is the profit percentage, so he will sell it at a profit of kx multiplied by 12. So this will be the total profit. Okay. Now he is making an overall profit of 15% on 100x. So this can be equated to 35, which is the total quantity of sugar, multiplied by 15x, that is the profit on each kg of the sugar. So this is the entire equation. You can solve it. So 100x plus 120, that is 220x minus 300x plus 12kx is equal to 525x. 35 multiplied by 15 is 525. Okay. So from here on the left hand side, I'll get minus 80. So 12 into kx is equal to 525 minus 80. That is, or plus 80, that is a 605x. X will get cancelled. So k will be 605 upon 12, which is approximately 50%. Okay. Now we have to find out the answer is nearest to which of the following values. So the remaining sugar he is selling at a profit of 50%. Okay. So look at on the right hand side. The cost price was 100x. The mark price was 120x. This is the cost. This is the mark price. Selling price is at a profit of 50%. So selling price will be approximately 150x. Right. Now, we have to find out the value of P. What is P in this case? He sells the remaining sugar by raising the mark price by P%. By raising the mark price by P%. Okay, right? So 120x was the mark price. 150x is the selling price. Selling price is what percentage more than the mark price? So it will be 120 and 150 difference is 30 upon 120, that is 1 by 4, which is 25%. So the value of P will be nearest to 25% because मैंने वहां पे K का value calculate करने के लिए थोड़ा सा approximation किया, right? So the correct answer for this question will be 25%. All right, fine. So that was question number 11, the last question of the last 4 years, CAT 2020 से लेके CAT 2023 तक के questions हमने discuss किए हैं. So if you like the way I'm discussing these questions, I'm solving these questions, please do press the like button. In case you have any kind of question, in case you want me to discuss something more, you want me to include something in these videos, please leave a comment in the comment section. Do share this video with your friends and family and subscribe my channel. All the very best to all of you. Keep watching and keep learning from my videos.